because one of the downfalls of WrestleMania weekend was Raw after Mania, but one of the best shows this week has been All Elite Wrestling's Dynamite. Came on last night. They were live from UBS Arena in Elmont, New York, and it seemed like they were clapping back at the Raw after Mania, a show that's been heavily criticized and scrutinized. But they had a couple of major announcements, one of them being that All In will be in London at Wembley Stadium on August 27th. So I wanted to know a couple things. Number one, your impressions about AEW Dynamite this past week, as well as, you know, their kind of response to Raw after Mania, as well as their announcement of going to London for All In.
I'm more backwards on that. Them going to London is fucking huge, actually, because is that their first time they're going out of the whole continent?
I believe so.
That's huge. And it's insane because it's still within a year's span of when WWE decided to take it to Europe, despite the fact that they had obviously like NXT UK. So that is huge. Good for them. Now, as far as like their response, I don't even think it was a response to just Raw being bad. I just think that it was a response to even just Mania. Because, I mean, you gave me, like, if you were to ask me to rate Mania out of, like, a 10, it got, like, a 6.5, 6.8 out of me because of the choices and then just the lack of, just, you know, the matches just not being important despite the fact they cut them down this year. I felt like it was a response to all that shit. Like, all right, you're not going to give the fans what they want. We're going to. And we're going to make this a fun show. So that was a smart business move. Now, I didn't get to watch the whole show front to back, but I did see some highlights. Jay White popping up was one of them, which is such a swerve because everyone believed in their mama that we're going to get Jay White after Mania. Like, that's what we expected for Raw. And they're just like, nah, we're going to hit him with a swerve and have him jump Ricky Starks, one of my faves from AEW. So I'm so excited to see this feud. I know it's going to be a banger of a match. So I'm looking forward to that. But the part that really threw me off, Jordan knows what I'm going to say. The guns coming out to many men while they're already in New York. Whose idea was this? I need to know. I need to know. That shit took me out. And I don't even have an opinion towards the guns. At least previously I did not. But just that alone made me fans. They need to maintain that as their theme song from here on out. I'm so with it. Like, I'm so with it. That was just so fucking funny and so New York of them. Like, honestly, I love that. But yeah, no, I definitely do feel like this was a response. AEW definitely worked in a timely manner. I would hope that every show kind of continues in this momentum. I can't tell if they did it just because it was New York, or did they plan this out ahead of time that let's just put this in New York because they're going to fumble the bag anyways. And we're going to like grab all the attention going into Double or Nothing. I don't know, but all I know is that since I'm on a break from watching WWE because they pissed me off during WrestleMania, I'm definitely watching more AEW. But what do you think, Jordan?
I'm going to start with this. Tony Khan smells blood.
Whew.
He smells blood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if he's going to go in for the kill. I don't think that WWE can be killed by another wrestling company, but I think that based off of this weekend, Tony Khan smells blood. And everything that them cats was saying over the last 6 months, he's going to make them pay. Oh, you want to take jabs at me in Montreal? Oh, you want to take jabs at me on podcasts talking about you can't operate at a loss? Cool. You better not slip up. Because as soon as you do, I'm going to catch you lacking. And that's what he did. Tony Khan caught WWE lacking this past week.
And it's more embarrassing because it ended off on Cody, who was in the company, losing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how crazy that is? Our whole setup?
And let's talk about this, right? First of all, anytime they're in New York, it's always going to be a good show, whether it's Grand Slam or whether it's UBS. And I think that it's crazy I think it's crazy how they've kind of let WWE do Barclays, do the Garden, because let's not make a mistake. if they can sell out or do well at UBS Arena, they can do well at the Barclays Center. UBS is a bigger venue than the Barclays Center. So I think we got to put that out there. First off, starting off the show, we're getting Jay White and him saying, I'm all elite. That was a slap in the face. Then them doing 4 championship matches and continuing to build this Blackpool Combat Club versus Elite feud. They were like, all right, if y'all gonna fumble this story with Cody and Roman, we're gonna continue to build this Elite versus Blackpool Combat Club story. And we'll see who has the last laugh then. Then we have this announcement about the London show, right? And let me put this into some perspective for you. They're doing it at Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium is a bigger venue than the O2 Arena, which is going to be the host arena of WWE's Money in the Bank. So Tony is like, I'm going to one-up y'all. And I don't know how many tickets they're going to sell. I don't know how well they're going to do, but let me put this into some perspective. If All In does 40,000 people, the optics are going to change pertaining to AEW. And it's not a coincidence that they brought back the title All In, because that was something that was previously owned by Ring of Honor. And that was the show that was started by Cody Rhodes and the Elite. So I just think that the optics of everything are just very, very interesting. And then, of course, the show ends with FTR retaining. So I'm looking at the Raw after Mania, and I'm looking at AEW Dynamite on April 5th, and I'm seeing two totally different narratives. I'm looking at Raw after Mania, and I'm seeing this company is changing. This company is going back to the way it was. And I'm looking at the end of Dynamite, and I'm seeing the narrative of AEW saying, we're just getting started. Not only are we just getting started, but we smell blood. While WWE is going back to old ways because they've accomplished their goal of selling the company, AEW is here to say, while you're there for the bag, we're here for the fans. And we're going to give them what they want, even if you don't want to give them what they want. And I'm not saying that means that WWE is going to go out of business. I doubt it. I don't think that AEW is going to do anything of harm to WWE, but I do think that this positions AEW greater than they've ever been positioned before, because now it's just not the alternative. Now we're another big leagues. That's all that I have to say about that. But let us know how you feel about this AEW show in Long Island, as well as how All In is going to be